Saran, miss you. I'm gonna share with you all just some quick exercises that you can do at home for loosening up your low back, strengthening in the glutes, feeling some hip and ankle and knee stability, and then some stretches for that part of the body. And the stuff that I'm gonna use, which if you don't have it, it doesn't actually matter, you can do it without it, is a tennis ball or something about that size. And then also one of these types of balls. And those of you who have taken class with me before know that I love these balls. Why do I love these balls? Because you can use them anywhere to get any kind of sort of myofascial release, stretch. You can kind of open up bones. Sometimes I lay with a ball on my hip so I can get some space in my hip flexors. It's very nice. Great for digestion. I'll lay with it on my stomach. Feels really good. Anyway, this is called a Gertie ball, but any sort of little toy ball will do. And again, if you don't have those things, or if you have a yoga block or some other thing, that will work just as fine. So to start, some of you know that I have some chronic low back sciatic pain. So I'm going to start by sort of releasing my low back to get into it. So I'm laying in a neutral spine position, just relaxed arms, relaxed shoulders, breathing here. And I'm going to start by sending my sits bones from one side to the other. And just taking full breaths. Now, if this is actually what I do when I first wake up in the morning, and I'll do a lot of these because I'm stiff. But if you've already been awake for a little while, you may not need to do that many. Yeah, maintaining the neutral spine the whole time. And then I'm going to do some TikToks with my knees. Again, I'm just releasing my low back here, taking my arms out to the side, and I might start only taking my knees maybe, to 45 degrees. As I get more release in my lumbar, I might be able to take my knees a little bit further. I'm trying to get the feeling of my top femur bones stretching beyond my kneecap, right? So that my knees almost stay on the same level as I go. I could even add a little stretch for the cervical spine if I like, for the upper traps. Okay. And then lastly, for the warm-up, I'm gonna work on some lumbar flexion and extension. So I'm starting in neutral, right? Neutral spine, my shoulders are touching. I've got this little lift under my lumbar, and it connects down by the sacrum, as you can see there. So I'm gonna take an inhale. As I exhale, I'm gonna depress my navel down, starting to imprint my low back. I'm not using my legs at all, no hamstring here. As I inhale, I send the tailbone down, I get a little more lift under my lumbar. And again, exhale, imprinting the low back, and inhaling, filling up my rib cage with air. Again, if this is the first thing I'm doing in the morning, I might do like 40 of these. But if I'm already warm for the day, I don't need to do that many. I'm just trying to get prepared for the bridges that I'm about to go into. Okay, for bridges, we can do this just the way I'm already set up, right? Or we can add that little Gertie ball, yoga block, or some other pillow, firm pillow, between the knees. I'm in that neutral spine, starting with my inhale. I'm gonna exhale, imprint the low back. I'm planting through the balls and heels of my feet, sending my tail up, rolling up into a bridge. I'm gonna send my arms up with my inhale, stretching back towards the wall behind me, and then I'm gonna keep stretching through my fingertips as I start to roll down one vertebra at a time. And again, I'm trying to imprint through the low back, and then finally release my tailbone back down into neutral. I might bring my arms up to come down. I'll do a different version the second time. Nice stretch for the spine. And then I'll circle my arms wide this time. If I want to get a little shoulder rotation, I'll do one more of these. Trying to keep my neck still the whole time. Okay, so I'm gonna add on to these bridges. By the way, that ball was there to keep my inner thighs working. I'm gonna take the tennis ball now, or bouncy ball, some ball that you have, firm ball of that same size, and place it between my ankles. I'm gonna walk my heels in a little closer to my sits bones. And now I'm just working my ankle stability as well as getting some calf raises in. I'm gonna go back into that same bridge, and if I wanted to keep that Gertie ball, I actually could have kept it there. Rolling back up into the bridge. From here, I'm squeezing the ankles in towards the tennis ball. That also should be activating my inner thighs, and obviously my glutes and hamstrings are working. And then I'm just rolling up to the balls of the feet. I'm just gonna walk in a little closer. Rolling up to the balls of the feet. I wanna feel especially that my first and second toe ball mound are what's connecting to the floor. Not so much the pinky toe. It's there, but that's not where I'm pressing. I'm pressing through the first, second toe ball mound. I'm trying to keep my hips square. Hopefully they are. I don't know if they are, but hopefully they are. And I'm working on parallel ankles here. So I might do 10, 15, 20 of those. And then I can melt my heels back down, and again, rolling back down through the spine. All the way back to neutral. Last exercise. Again, if you don't have that ball, you can do this without the ball. It's actually maybe a nice challenge to try to just work the inner thighs towards each other without the ball. So I'm gonna exhale, roll back up into my bridge. I'm back up. From here, my hips are square, my glutes are working really hard on both sides, and I'm kind of sinking, especially my left foot, down into the floor. So I'm really pressing the left foot against the floor. I'm gonna try to keep the ball there as I extend my right leg 45 degrees and set it back down. Pressing the right foot down into the floor, extending the left leg 45 degrees and back down. Boop. And I might do 3 on each side. And setting it back down, rolling back down. That feels good. My glutes are probably feeling it. So just giving myself a little stretch for the glutes, piriformis, and also I'm gonna let my IT band stretch a little bit because they're tight, but you know. So I'm gonna take my right ankle, place it against my thigh, grab the back of the thigh, and just draw in. Number 4 stretch. Most of us have done this one before. Just some things to note with this guy that we, some modifications I guess. We want to keep our tail working down. We're trying to be in a neutral spine here. Yeah, not in an imprinted spine. We're trying to be in a neutral spine so we can get the hamstring as well as the piriformis. From here, you could do a couple of things, right? You could hold on to your left thigh with your left hand and open up the right hip a little bit more if you have that flexibility. If you want to just work the strength in your left thigh, you could really pull the right foot away from the right knee, right? Kind of lengthening through the calf here. Or you could just hold a stretch. You can work the hamstring a little bit more, work some point and flex with the toe, right? Or just enjoy the stretch. From here, I'm still staying with the right side. I'm just gonna pop my hips up a little bit to the right, cross the right knee over the left, and then take the knees over to the left side of the room and get a nice deep stretch here. Again, modifications, if you wanna go a little deeper, you could send that right leg out to the right. Take a few breaths there, and then I'll just do the second side. Left ankle over the right thigh near the knee, grabbing onto the back. This side's a lot tighter for me, so I can feel that I'm really having to work to keep my hips square. I'm just trying to be mindful of that. This doesn't even really open anymore. And I might work a little bit in the knee and the ankle. And then when I'm ready, pop my hips over the left, take the knees to the right, and enjoy my piriformis stretch and low back twist there. And that's it, you guys. Enjoy. I miss you all. Can't wait to see you all in, I have no idea when, but I look forward to seeing you guys. Bye.